Okay, now we're going to change the front brake pads. Stay light this time, so hopefully you'll be more happy with it. So the first thing you got to hit are these two bolts right here. Okay, it is a 12mm socket, and make sure on the back you get the big drive. Okay, don't use a 3/8 drive. You'll probably snap those little adapters. I've broken two already, so get the bigger one. This is a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, whatever it is. Make sure it's bigger. Okay, so I'm going to back these out. Got one out already, save a little time. Okay, now the caliper's free from the rotor. Okay, try not to let it knock into your rim. Okay. So now I'm going to carefully slide it away from the rotor. Should have covered it. The white stuff is the dust from my Loctite. Okay, so here you can see the pads, and inside you can see the pistons. There's 4 of them. So basically it's a hydraulic pump. When you press the lever, it pushes these pistons out, and that pushes the pads against the rotor. So if you can look at the pad, there's a little notch in it, and that's kind of your wear indicator. So these are fine. I'm not actually going to replace them. I'm just going to show you how. But if it were down past that little notch, then it would need to be replaced. Sometimes they're uneven. If you hear a squeak, then that's usually a signal you need to replace them. So now right here I need to remove this pin, because this pin is what's holding it in. So the first thing I'm going to need is a screwdriver. About a medium-sized one, not a little tiny one. And if this doesn't work, get an attachment to your ratchet if you need more leverage. And I must just get that out. Okay, and inside I'm going to need a socket. Okay, a little Allen head. This is a 5mm Allen head. I got the little socket. You can use those little L-shaped things, but you don't get really good leverage. Now I'm going to put this down, so I'm going to cover it with the cloth so it doesn't bang into my rim. I'm just going to switch this out real quick and stick it in there. If it's real tight, maybe I should have done this first, so before I actually took it off the bike, but I knew it wasn't going to be on there too tight. I get the pin out all the way. Okay, let me back up 1 second. Before I pull the pin out, the new pads are going to be thicker than the old pads, which means if you just slip them in there, it may not fit over the rotor. So what I would do is take my screwdriver with the pads in there, I would stick it between the old ones, and I would do like this, just gently, to make more room as much as possible. Okay, or I can slide the old ones out and get your thumb in there and push them down. You can do it if you have a strong thumb. That's how I've always done it. But either way works fine. It's a long screw. Almost there. Oh, pain in the butt. Almost. Just being silly now. Okay, it's out. So it's not going to pull, it's not threaded the whole way, so you're going to have to just yank it. Oh! Okay, that happened kind of fast. Without the pin, the other thing you need is this here bracket that's going to keep it in. It just lays in top like that. Okay, you'll see the markings inside here where they fall into. With that gone, the pads just fall right out. Put the new pads in, put in the middle bracket, slide it in, and you're good to go. Oh, before I go, use a little red Loctite on the 2 bolts right here. Okay, don't use the hard stuff. Red's fine.